Hey everybody, remember these potatoes that I planted a couple months ago? If you didn't see the video, it's posted here on my channel, so go ahead and check that out. But it's ready to harvest. And people always ask me, how do you know when to harvest potatoes? Well, in South Carolina, you harvest in May, maybe June at the latest. But here's what you want to look for. You want to see that they're starting to turn yellow at the bottom, they're starting to die, and down here there's some flowers. So if you have flowers or wilting, yellowing plants like this, they're ready to harvest. Let me see if I can find a flower. These are potato flowers. Obviously the potatoes themselves are underground. All right. I've been watching the snake that's been in here for a while. There's a big red rat snake. And she shed her skin. Got all the snake skin in here. We'll see if we can't find her before we start digging the potatoes. So what she's doing is she's eating the rats that are going underground and eating my potatoes, because my potatoes have had little chew marks on them. So that's good overall, but I want to get the potatoes before the rats eat them all, and I also want to get that snake out of there before I start digging potatoes. All right, I found her. You guys ready for this? Oh. Okay. I told you she was a big one. So this is a red rat snake. Corn snake. Completely harmless. This is a good snake to have around because she eats lots of mice, lots of rats. She'll also eat little baby birds. But isn't she a beauty? All right, well, we're just moving you. We're not gonna hurt you. I'm gonna put her over here. I got a little bite, a little love bite. Not too bad, just a little blood. Harvesting potatoes couldn't be easier. All you want to do is just pull the plants up. Pull the plants up. I don't use a hoe or a spade or anything like that because I don't want to damage them. But look, all you do is pull the plants up, pull the little potatoes off, and then go through the dirt and make sure you're getting all the potatoes that might be growing around the roots. There's a big worm, it's healthy soil. Look at these potatoes. These are all new potatoes. You just kind of run your hand through here and make sure you're not missing any of the little ones. Some people like the little ones better. They're called young potatoes or baby potatoes. I think they're a little creamier, maybe better for boiling than mashing. All right, look at that big cluster. Just shake the dirt off. Now that's the original potato. That was the potato I planted. Obviously, you don't harvest that. That's pretty nasty. And we'll just keep working down here. That only took a few minutes. Look at all of those potatoes. I got white potatoes, yellow potatoes, red potatoes for days. And these aren't even the potatoes that are up in the vegetable garden. So I'll give you the final numbers in just a few. All right, you might also remember I had a video on planting potatoes where I put them in this cage and I kept layering up the straw. I'm gonna harvest these today too. So let's see how these did. Again, I'm just pulling these out. A lot of the potatoes are gonna be left in the cage. So I'm just basically breaking the vines off right now. Now the fun part. You just pull the cage out of the way. Start going through the straw. See the irrigation system work that I put in. It's nice and moist up there, close to the pipe. There's all these bugs and worms. Everybody's really happy. Here's our first layer of potatoes from the top. So I'll just take those out. These are all the potatoes I got from that whole cage. And here's the final harvest. It's about 90 pounds overall. And I planted 15 pounds, so that's a 6-to-1 ratio return on my potatoes. Now, I think that's pretty good. Some people get higher yields, some people get lower yields. And what I'm doing now is I've spread them out on the garage floor. I'm gonna leave them out here for 5 days. I'm gonna cover them with a sheet, just light sheet so the sun doesn't hit them. And then I'm going to turn them, let them dry for another 5 days, and then I'll wash them and they're ready for storage.